Hey, we made a video about fear and how it can kill you, and I wanted to expand on a separate but similar element to it: budgeting, financing, money. So before we get into that, if you would mind, please, to like and subscribe. Thank you. And let's talk about this financial thing. Okay? We grow up, this is business for acting, for entertainment, for industry professionals 101. We grow up, a lot of us grow up with this sense about money, like all these stigmas, this programming that our parents, put into our brains, and whether that's, trickled down from, in my case, a post World War II Jewish family, sort of mindset of scarcity, or whether it's wherever it comes from, we have this thing about money, like it's some root of all evil. It doesn't grow on trees. There's scarcity. There's not enough of it. It's you trade your time for a little amount of it. You got to save it. I want to challenge that mindset, because the reality of it is that there's plenty of money. There's plenty of money to go around. Now, the fact that it's not in your bank account necessarily doesn't mean that it's not there. And it should be looked at like everything else. It's a tool for you to live life, to progress, to build yourself up, and to advance your career. And so what I want to challenge you to do is, no matter what you earn, how you earn it, start thinking, when you invest in yourself, when it comes time to spending money, to not look at things like, ooh, I can't afford that, or I would really like this, but I'm not able to do that right now. I would challenge you to really take a moment, take a couple of weeks or months, or look back at all of your credit card statements, your bank transactions, anything that you've purchased, and just do not a budget, but just put it all down on paper and look at what you're spending money on, right? Whether you make $1,500 a month or $15,000 a month. It doesn't matter how much money you make. People tend to always think, I don't have enough. Like, I've really noticed that the more money you make, the higher your expenses also are. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you have more money or are suddenly more generous or can spend more because you earn more, right? So it's all about what you're taking in and what you're putting out, and what you're keeping, basically, and where you're allocating that. So essentially, you have a path that you chose for yourself. You want to be an actor, a filmmaker, a director, producer, whatever. And if musicians are seeing this, whatever, any person who has an idea of where they would like to be. And you have a certain amount of money that's coming in. And you have a certain amount of expenses. Your car, your apartment, your food, your, whatever it is that you do. You go out with friends, you get your coffee, you eat out once a week. And then you walk down the street and, or you call your agent and they're like, you need new headshots. And you're like, I can't afford new headshots. Well, you've just taken one step closer to ruining your career. Why would you do that? So many people do that. So many actors I talk to know they need new headshots. Know they need some sort of content for their reel. Know they need to do this or that or the other, or pay for a gym membership, or eat more healthy, or whatever it is. Buy better skincare products, get their hair done, get new clothes for auditions to look professional. Whatever. Invest in whatever it is that you need to invest in. They know they need to do that, and they don't do it. And they put it off week after week after week. Oh, well, maybe next week, maybe next month. If you're not prioritizing that, what the hell are you prioritizing? Are you barely able to scrape by and pay your bills, and there literally isn't any money left? Because I bet if you break down all of your income and expenses, what you're actually spending money on, you'll see that it's death by 1,000 cuts. You've nickel and dimed your way into brokenness. You bought a Frappuccino here. You went to Cafe Gratitude. Well, that doesn't exist anymore. You went to, Cantina Frida one day with your friends. You, I don't know. You bought a new, whatever, a new TV. Whatever it is, you'll see, that you're spending money. And so instead of operating from a place of I can't afford this, go ahead and afford it. Do it right now. Go get those headshots. Sign up for whatever it is that you need for your business, for advancing your career right now, because that's ultimately what's going to grow you into the direction that you want to go. And it's not just all about making money. It's about pushing further into the direction of professional actor, producer, whatever it is. That's the absolute priority, other than just like your heart beating and your breath. That's where you should be putting all of your resources until that's generating enough so you can satisfy all those other things that really don't matter that much. That coffee that you get, forget the coffee. So instead of coming from a place of scarcity, I can't afford it, and then look at the rest of your budget and see where you can move funds over. Like, instead of saying, I can't afford this, go get it, and then look at your expenses and say, okay, because I bought this, I'm not going to do these 5 things this month. It's budget reallocation. It's not adding to your expenses. It's taking it from one place and putting it somewhere else, okay? If there's scarcity still, if there's like, wow, I really am strapped, like I have no additional income to get this, then generate more income. Guys, I am done hearing people complaining about, I just don't have the money. With all the Postmates, Uber, rideshare, Instacart, basically app-based services that there are, to come up with a few grand is not a problem anymore. It is literally just your decision not to work. That's all it is. You can do pretty much anything for anyone for any amount of money for a period of time, and you can save up $1,000, $2,000, even $5,000 over the course of a few months. If you want to come shoot a reel with us, I don't have the money to do that is like a non-option. It's just ridiculous, because do you want this for your career or do you not? Would it help you? Because if it does, go figure it out. Like, there are things you can do nowadays. You don't have to go get another full-time job. You can just, it's third grade math. You come up with the amount of money that you want to save, $1,000 for new headshots, right? You want to get really good headshots, and you want to drop a $699 at like a really good headshot photographer's studio. $700, man. $700. It's the price of a used washer dryer. So, or a used washing machine, or whatever it is. Figure out how much extra money you would need over what period of time. Figure out what you can not do with the income that you have, and figure out how to increase your income. $700 means making another $50 a day, or let's call it $600, right? So if you make another $50 a day, every 4 days a week, right? That'd be $200, then another $200, and another $200 for 3 weeks. You have your $600. In a month, you have $800. In 2 months, you have $1,600. In 4 months, you have $3,200. So save up for 6 months and get what you need. But just put the effort in. Work 18-hour days. Work for Uber and Lyft and Instacart. You're investing in your career. This is the early stages. An airplane, it doesn't even matter how old you are. Get off your ass and go do it. Okay? You can make $50 doing rideshare stuff, or doing Grubhub or Postmates. So an airplane burns most of its fuel on takeoff. Once it's cruising, it's cruising. You got to build those assets up, the skills, afford your acting coaches, afford an accountant, a legal, an accountant can save you money at the end of the year. If you're doing your own taxes, you don't know the tax laws. You don't know what you can write off or not. It's that scarcity mentality. You need to come from a place of, I'm a business, I need a team, I need to pay people to get things done. You should hire an assistant to do mundane things that you don't want to do. Hourly, a virtual assistant even, for screening your emails, your data entry, whatever it is that's taking time away from your ability to focus on more craft-related things or business-related things. Don't go into that fallacy of scarcity of money. Money is abundant. You just need to have the energy and go out and trade it for money so that you can get the things that you really want, which are hopefully eventually going to lead to real money coming in on a more consistent basis. But you got to do that. You can't come from a place of, well, I'm just a humble office worker making $2,000 a month, so therefore, I already work 40 hours a week, and I can't really afford working with you guys, or I can't really afford headshots, or I can't afford going to acting class. Well, then don't. Then you'll just be an office worker for the rest of your life. That's cool. But just realize that that's what's going to happen. I am on the phone with a lot of people that are like, I've been in Alabama for 40 years, and I've written 60 scripts, and I just don't have the resources to make these movies and to come out to LA or to whatever. What do you think? Warner Brothers is going to come out to Alabama and look for you? Get off your ass. Like, do you think this industry just comes and plucks people from laziness? Work 80 hours a week then. That's what we do. So you do it too. All right. Hope it helps. Get to work, man. We're meant to work. Don't be lazy. Put in the effort. You'll get what you need out of it. Make the money, afford what you need, and push your damn self forward. Nobody's going to do it for you. All right. Take care.